Aleksandar Koprivica, a popular Serbian financial strategist, was invited by InstaForex team to the annual conference in St. Petersburg, Russia. That is the true gem of the classic European architecture. The renowned expert on the Elliott wave principle shared his methods for predicting price movements in the currency market, as well as the highlights of his trading career. Aleksandar, nice to meet you here in St. Petersburg at our conference. What should happen so that a person decides to become to the currency market? Tell us about your experience. When, why, and what to have you come to the currency market?
Thank you for having me. Basically, I was studying finance in France, and little by little I was starting to watch the markets, read financial news, and usually you need a mentor, so I had a mentor as well. So there was one guy in my life who introduced me to the trading world, and since then I was very fascinated about the trading, and then I started to trade myself. And this is the result. For the last 10 years, I'm in that business.
Analyzing the market and making market forecasts, you rely on the technical basis. How did you find the most suitable for you method among multiply of indicators and trading strategies? Was it random, or was it a result of long and careful research?
Actually, it was the result of careful research, because in my beginning trading days, I was trying to find a methodology which will work for me in markets. So, as every trader, I went through all the existing methodologies, indicators, and strategies, but I could not find the things that is working for me. So, on the end, I came across on this Elliott wave methodology, which seems appealing to me. And I started studying it, and since then I've stayed with that methodology, applying for all the markets in the world.
What trading instrument is the best choice for start to practicing your method?
Basically, the methodology we use on our site, it's Elliott wave methodology is actually practicable on all asset classes. But mainly we are practicing it on currencies. So as more as the markets are volatile, it's better for this methodology. So we are actually searching for live markets, when the markets which has liquidity. So all the markets which has liquidity are quite good to apply this methodology.
At current time, what exactly currency pair do you advise to use?
We mostly trade the majors, because again it's the question of liquidity, but we are trading crosses as well. So as more volumes comes to the currency market, because every year the number of traders and liquidity increases in the world terms. So basically we do euro dollar, we do all the other majors, we do the crosses, euro crosses, we do the dollar crosses. So we don't do exotic currencies, because they don't have enough liquidity. But on the currency side, we basically trade almost everything.
Does short-term analysis differ from a long-term one, and who will your method suit the most, investor or intraday trader?
Basically, through our experience, we like to trade a little bit on larger time frames, because our methodology is not dependent on a time frame, but due to our experience for us and our results, which are very profitable, it was shown that larger time frames are more suitable for this methodology than smaller ones, simply for the reason because on the smaller time frames you have a lot of noise, a lot of news, and as well it's very difficult to trade intraday very frequently because of the human capacity of attention. So we tend to trade the larger time frames, and basically we have the best results with the larger time frames. So sometimes we trade intraday trades, but very rarely.
And the last question, from your viewpoint, should traders develop their own strategy or rely on such acknowledged experts like you?
Well, I will tell you from my experience, I do both. So I think methodology is necessary because humans are constructed like this, that they are reacting emotionally, which is not very good in dealing with markets. So I'm always search for a methodology between me and the market, so my emotions stayed with me, and methodology I use as a filter. So when I learned the basics of and practice the methodology we use, I as well frequently sometimes look what other professionals which are using the same methodology say. So I think it's combination of both is necessary, because you can never be sure that your view is correct, because there is nobody in the world which views constantly through the time correct. So I think that the best advice is to combine, to find a suitable methodology for your investment frame. So if you think you like to trade intraday and you have a good results, of course you will search some indicator oscillator or some other things which will help you in your intraday trading. But if you're on a larger time frames, you will more search like behavioral methodology, which can see on the longer term basis where the markets are heading.
Thank you for your useful answers.